When people think about or even talk about burnout, they often think about things like exhaustion, brain fog, and this feeling of being always overwhelmed. And yes, those are very real signs. But when I look back at my burnout and my journey with it, I realize how many signs there were before I couldn't function anymore. They were quieter, easier to explain away, and sometimes even praised. Because sometimes burnout doesn't look like falling apart. Sometimes it looks like coping really well until you just can't. So, today I want to talk about the burnout signs nobody is really talking about, the ones that I lived throughout my own burnout journey. And this is all based on my lived experience and what I see in the people I work with. It's not based in medical research, it's really just the patterns I keep seeing again and again. Hi, I'm Kathleen, and welcome to a safe space where I'll help you reconnect to your true needs and start choosing yourself. So, if that's something you're interested in, maybe grab a warm drink, subscribe, and let's get into it. One of the first signs of my burnout was escapism, not in the big, obvious way of trying to run away or numb, but in a subtler way. It was this constant feeling that I needed to get away or have a break from how my life was. And for me, that looked like going to spas all the time. Coworkers would joke, "Oh, you must have been to every spa in the city." And at the time, I thought I was just rewarding myself for working really hard. I'm a mom, I was working full time and commuting hours a day. So, of course, I deserved some spa time. I want to be really clear, treating yourself, rewarding yourself is not the problem. Just this past week, I went to a spa because I got a gift card from Christmas. And this time it felt like a true treat, like a bonus, like something that was extra that made my day extra special. It was something enjoyable, not something I needed to get through the week. So the difference is this. When self care feels like a requirement to get through life, like you're counting down the days until it or else you'll break, that's not just self care. That's your nervous system asking you to make a change in your life. Because burnout shows up when you're living in a way that isn't aligned to your true needs. And escapism is a way of your body showing that it can't keep going as is. And looking back, it also makes sense why spas felt so regulating for me. You know, the low lights, the soft music, no phones, just no pressure. It was a break for my nervous system in a life that didn't give it many breaks. Another burnout sign I didn't recognize at the time was how much energy I put into how things looked, how I looked, how my home looked, how my life looked. It's this pressure to feel okay, even thriving, when inside you're unraveling. I see this constantly in career burnout, relationship burnout, and life burnout. You see couples posting smiley, lovey photos on social media, even though they're in the depths of intense arguments. You see professionals sharing really polished LinkedIn posts, even though they're exhausted from what they're doing. And you see mothers pushing through, even though they're breaking on the inside. When I was burning out, I spent any extra energy I had or spare time to clean the house. I also knew that I was starting to look exhausted and tired, so I started paying attention so much on my skincare because I didn't want people to know how tired I was. And by making others believe that I was okay, it was almost fooling myself that I was okay as well. I thought if I could just cover it up, I'd be fine. And so focusing on appearance became a way to mask. So when everything feels like you're questioning, what does this look like? And you're especially worried about how others will perceive it, that's a good sign that you're on the track to burnout. It's a sign that you're hiding from your own truth, because burnout thrives when we don't feel safe being seen as us, as human. And the last sign, this is a really sneaky sign, is going all in on health and wellness trends. Suddenly, you're pushing yourself at the gym, trying extreme routines or diets, Googling symptoms late at night, or buying a bunch of supplements for gut health. On the surface, it looks healthy, responsible, proactive, but under the surface, you're stressed, you're anxious about what's going on within your body. And so the more you look it up, the more you Google it, the more ads you see, the more content you see telling you that something is wrong with you and trying to give you the magic pill, the magic routine to fix it. There's more and more pressure to fix yourself. And so instead of asking yourself and paying attention to what do I really need, you start trying to find the optimal solution that's being sold to you. But here's the thing, burnout is rarely solved by adding in more effort. It's solved by finally listening and tuning in to what you need. And most of the time, that's actually more ease and less stuff, less solutions. So here's the thing I wish I knew sooner. Burnout doesn't make you weak. It means you've been disconnected from your needs for too long. Many of these signs, like focusing on appearance, escapism, and really going all in on wellness trends, is actually a pretty intelligent coping mechanism. Your body is not failing you. It's trying to keep you safe in an environment that doesn't allow softness, gentleness, and true rest. Healing begins when you stop asking, how do I push through? How do I get through this? And instead ask, how do I listen in? Listen into what I really need. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to make small moments, create small moments in your day to day to start listening in. And if you're in this place right now, you are not behind. You're starting to listen in. You're becoming aware, and that is a huge first step. If this resonated, I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments which signs resonated with you, or which ones you recognized, or if there are others that I'm missing. And if you want support connecting to your true needs, listening in to what you really need, whether or not you're burnt out or just exhausted, I'm here for you, and I'll link my resources down below. You're allowed to live a life that doesn't require constant escape, constant fixing, constant masking. I'm here for you, and I'll see you soon.